I did not make these rankings podcast network. That is Masturbators, The Simplest, and Even After Movies, Crushgasm, Men Are the Prize, and Love is Black. Please check out all of our podcasts for different podcast needs. And Masturbators is always done in front of a live social media audience. We're a mature podcast that talk about mature things. It's not kid friendly, but if you want to listen with your kids, that's on you. We warned you. Have a good day. Hello. Welcome to Masturbators Presents the One-on-Ones. My name is DeAndre Robinson, and I'm here with Jeremy. Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? Long time.
It has been a long time. I'm happy to be back on the Masturbator Show, having some fun. Though you all need to emphasize your P when you say syphilis, because I swear to God, it sounds like syphilis every time.
I told him that a lot, and I try, but I just talk fast, so it is what it is. All right. So, Jeremy, talk about your podcast, where to find it, what it's about, all that kind of good stuff. Shameless plugs.
Well, my main show is Paranormal: The New Normal. It's a paranormal interview show, which may be going through a little bit of a change soon to feature some more non-paranormal topics as well. But you can find it on all your podcatchers and live on my Facebook, my Twitter, or YouTube multiple times a week. So feel free to check that out. And then there's Maniacal Music Musings, which I do with my boy Chansey. And you can catch us live every Tuesday normally on all three sites as well. And you can find us releasing every Friday. And we do brackets twice a month usually. And we have a Queen bracket coming up live this Sunday night, followed by a Weird Al bracket live next weekend sometime, to be determined. And next month, it's going to be some brackets of color coming into this show. So come check it out. I'm not going to reveal who it is just yet, but let's just say there's one I especially want to get Harvey Laguerre on.
Yeah, if he says Will Smith, he's going to laugh in your face. But we are going to do a top 104 cartoon brackets. Now, again, these rankings come from ranker.com. I did not make these rankings, all right? So if anybody have a problem with these rankings, blame Ranker. Okay, so this is how this goes. The highest seed will always play the lowest seed. There's 2 playing games in the first round. There's a bye in the fourth and the quarterfinals. There will be a third play game, so there will be a ranking of 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end. And if Jeremy wants to change, if there's a matchup Jeremy don't like or definitely never heard of, he can give it to me. However, they got to be wary of that because, like I said before, the highest will play lowest seed, so you never know who's going to play who. Jeremy, are you ready?
Let's do this. It's cartoons, my specialty.
All right. We're going to the playing game first. We're going Inspector Gadget, 1983 to 1986 versus Doug, 1991 versus 1994.
The fact that Doug is a play-in is just bullshit. But I know you did not make these rankings, but fuck you. I've said it before, fuck you, Ranker. But Doug's 100% getting it. Love Inspector Gadget, but Doug is just childhood classic.
All right. Last play-in. Blue's Clues, 1996 to 2020 versus Invincible, 2021.
Oh, Invincible. Come on now. Blue's Clues. Yeah, I watched that when I was a kid, but hell no. Invincible's amazing.
All right. Now we're going to get into the actual bracket. Number 1, Cat Dog, 1998 to 2005 versus number 100, the Avengers of Tintin, 1991, 1992.
The fact Cat Dog's won. Never would have picked. I don't disagree, but it's damn surprising. Cat Dog. I never even watched the other one, so Cat Dog, 100%.
And Cat Dog will play Doug in the next round.
Fuck me.
Number 2, South Park, 1997 to now. Versus number 99, Hong Kong Phooey, 1974 to 1975.
Never watched Hong Kong Phooey, but it's South Park. It doesn't really. Not much going against it that's going to matter.
Okay. And South Park will play Invincible in the next round.
Okay, that's easy.
Number 3, The Ren and Stimpy Show, 1991 to 1996. Versus number 98, Watchmen, 2008 to 2009.
There was a Watchmen cartoon?
There was.
Call me surprised, but gonna go with the dirtiest kids cartoon ever, Ren and Stimpy.
No kid should be able to watch that show. Number four, Chowder, 2007 to 2010. Verse number 97, Big Mouth, 2017 to now.
One, how is Big Mouth in 97? Jesus. But yeah, it's gonna be Big Mouth because Chowder's Cartoon Network and I am not a Cartoon Network guy.
All right. And Big Mouth will play Ren and Stimpy in the next round. All right, number five, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, 2008 to 2010. Verse number 96, Gravity Falls, 2012 to 2016.
Both Cartoon Network shows. I only know Gravity Falls because of my cousin's kids, and I've seen the commercials for Flapjack. It looks stupid. Gravity Falls is actually pretty interesting, kind of in the paranormal realm. So yeah, Gravity Falls.
Number six, Camp Laszlo, 2005 to 2022. Verse number 95, Archer, 2009 to now.
Never really watched Camp Laszlo. I've seen the commercials for it, but Archer is one of the greatest damn shows ever created. Like, so it's got to be Archer.
Okay. Number seven, My Gym Partner's a Monkey, 2005 to 2008. Versus number 94, Clarence, 2013 to 2018.
Never really watched either of these shows past my time, but Clarence was a creepy. That kid was creepy, so I'll give it to Clarence.
All right. Number eight, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. Versus number 93, Home Movies, 1999 to 2004.
I've been told I would love Home Movies if I actually watched all of it, but it is H. John Benjamin in one of his first roles. But what was the first one? I know I'm picking it, but
The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. I mean, it was one of the best cartoons of the mid 2000s. Like, come on, it's amazing.
And Jimmy Neutron will play Gravity Falls in the next round.
Nice, easy.
Number 9, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, 2001 to 2007. Verse number 92, The Angry Beavers, 1997 to 2001.
Grim Adventures wasn't bad. It had some really dark humor in it. But Angry Beavers is one of my childhood favorites as well. So Angry Beavers all day. And the most ironic title for a kid's show ever.
Number 10, Johnny Bravo, 1997 to 2004. Verse number 91, Rocco's Modern Life, 1993 to 1996.
Never was a Johnny Bravo fan, but Rocco's Modern Life was me and my dad's favorite cartoon to watch when I was a kid. So, and that was also one of the dirtiest kid shows ever, if you actually caught all the stuff they did.
It really was, actually. Number 11, Ed, and Eddie, 1999 to 2008. Versus number 90, Clerks, 2000 to 2001.
Never really watched Ed, and Eddie. I've seen it enough times to know what it is. But Clerks animated series, I think, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I own the full 10 episodes of it on DVD, and I've watched it 1,000 times. It's hilarious. Kevin Smith's genius.
Okay.
It should come back.
Number 12, Adventure Time, 2010 to 2018. Verse number 89, The Penguins of Madagascar, 2008 to 2015.
Never really watched either of these, but I mean, I know what both are. And Penguins of Madagascar, those 4 fuckers are hilarious. So I'm going to go with them.
Okay. Number 13, Regular Show, 2009 to 2017. Verse number 88, X-Men the Animated Series, 1992 to 1997.
I've seen the Regular Show. It's okay, but I mean, it's going against the OG of superhero cartoons and the best superhero cartoon ever. So yeah, it's got to be X-Men. They made Rogue's ass look so amazing.
Number 14, Teen Titans, 2003 to 2006. Verse number 87, Naruto, 2002 to 2007.
I'm not an anime fan by any means. So, but I'll give it to Teen Titans because that variation of Teen Titans was actually serious and stuck to comic book. Teen Titans Go is trash, but that version of Teen Titans was pretty damn good.
All right, so Teen Titans will play Archer in the next round.
Yeah, still easy.
Number 15, The Amazing World of Gumball, 2011 to 2019. Verse number 86, Digimon, Digital Monsters, 1999 to 2007.
Never watched Digimon. It was, to me, a rip-off version of Pokemon. But I will go with Gumball because that show is actually decently funny if you're stoned.
Okay. And Gumball will play Clarence in the next round.
Jesus.
Number 16, Looney Tunes, 1985 to 1986 versus the Transformers, 1984 to 1987.
Not that it matters, but it's just one iteration of Looney Tunes, not the whole 100 years of it. Like,
it really says the Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes Comedy Hour.
Oh,
1985, 1986.
I know that one. Okay, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I never even heard of it. I heard of it, but I never really watched Transformers cartoons. Transformers was never one of my things as a kid. They were before my time. But Looney Tunes is everybody's time, so I'll go with the Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes Comedy Hour.
And that will play Angry Beavers in the next round.
Easy.
Number 17, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? 1969 to 1970. Verse number 84, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, 2008 to 2020.
Love both of these shows with a passion, but it's Clone Wars all day. It's one of the best cartoons ever. I mean, the storylines in that are basically like watching a movie in animation. It's amazing.
All right. Number 18, Batman, the animated series, 1992 to 1995. Verse number 83, Men in Black, the series, 1997 to 2001.
Did Will Smith actually do the voice in that show or no?
No.
All right, then I feel no hate about doing this because Men in Black, the series, I do remember the cartoon Men in Black. It was okay. It wasn't as good as the movies, and that's why, because the greatest actor alive wasn't in it. But the other one I totally slipped. Oh, Batman the Animated Series is one of my favorite cartoons that I found out as an adult, and it's also my daughter's favorite cartoon. So I'll go with that.
And Batman will play Rocko's Modern Life in the next round.
Yeah.
Number 19, Batman Beyond, 1999 to 2001. Verse number 82, Animaniacs, 1993 to 1998.
Never really watched Batman Beyond too much to my recollection. It's the next after I finish Superman the animated series. It's the next cartoon I want to watch. But Animaniacs, I never really watched either. I wasn't that big a fan of it. I mean, yeah, they had some dirty ass jokes in there, like the whole fingerprints thing. But but 100%, it's going to be Batman Beyond. Just the storyline behind that is just amazing.
Did not know that. All right. Well, Batman Beyond will play Clerks in the next round.
Yeah, easy choice.
Number 20, SpongeBob SquarePants, 1999 to now, so they're still going. Verse number 81, Invader Zim, 2001 to 2006.
See, a lot of people would have trouble with this one. I personally think SpongeBob is one of the worst shows ever made. I think it's got the stupidest jokes, and you literally can't enjoy it if you're an adult unless you're brain dead or just on some other drugs besides weed. So I will give it to Invader Zim, which is a classic alien cartoon, and it's just incredibly. It's funny. It's funnier than SpongeBob, and it's more intelligent than SpongeBob. So Invader Zim.
All right. Number 21, Family Guy, 1999 to now. Verse number 80, Hi Puffy, Amy Yummy, 2004 2006.
Never heard of the latter, but yeah, the first one I can't even think of what it is, but I know I love it.
Family Guy.
Oh yeah, why is Family Guy 21? Fuck you, Ranker. But Family Guy should be top 10. But I mean, it's Family Guy. It's hours and days and years even now of classic episodes. So
Yeah, I agree with you. Family Guy probably should be higher, but it's what it is. Family Guy will play the Penguins of Madagascar in the next round.
Easy.
All right, number 22, Futurama, 1999 to 2023. Verse number 79, American Dragon, Jake Long, 2005 to 2007.
See, some of these matches I love because it's just so easy. American Dragon, I've seen the commercials when I was a kid. I knew what it was, but nah, it's 100% Futurama. Futurama had more actual PhD holders on the actual writing crew than any cartoon ever, and it was the most intelligent cartoon ever. And it's from Matt Groening. You can't go wrong.
All right, Futurama will play X-Men in the next round.
Goddamn.
Number 23, The Simpsons, 1989 to now. Verse number 78, Fairly Odd Parents, 2001 to 2017.
And I take back everything I just said in that previous matchup because these are some of the matchups I fucking hate. But it's got to be Simpsons. I mean, I love Fairly Odd Parents with all my heart. I grew up on it. I still can watch it with my kids and die laughing at Cosmo's stupidity. But Simpsons is just my whole life. It literally came out the year I was born, and I watched it from basically like 4 years old up. Like, it's Simpsons. Come on.
So you love Simpsons?
I watch Simpsons religiously.
So you love them more than a certain franchise?
It's going to come down to that at some point. I know it is, but...
Well, The Simpsons will play Star Wars Clone Wars in the next round.
Well, it's not the whole franchise. It's just one show, so...
Just saying. Number 24, Avatar, The Last Airbender, 2005 to 2008. Verse number 77, As Told by Ginger, 2000 to 2009.
I never liked Avatar. I gave it a chance when it first came on. I never liked it. And people hate on the cartoon version of it a lot. Not as much as the movie version, but they do hate on it sometimes as well. But it's... I just totally lost the other show. Oh, As Told by Ginger. I mean, I actually enjoyed the shit out of that show in high school. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, yeah, it's mainly about female issues, but I still enjoyed it. And it was one of my favorite shows when I was in high school. So,
all right. Number 25, Beavis and Butthead, 1993 to 2022. Verse number 76, 16, 2004 to 2010.
Never watched 16. It was a little past my time, and I barely remember I've heard of it, but I can't even picture what it looks like. But Beavis and Butthead is classic, and the movies are classic. The shows are classic. They basically do what we do on Monaco Music, except they do it to music videos, which we may start doing as well eventually. But
all right, and Beavis and Butthead will play Invader Zim in the next round.
That's a toughie.
Number 26, Dexter Laboratory, 1996 to 2003. Verse number 75, Metalocalypse, 2006 to 2013.
Never was a big fan of either of these shows. I've seen both. Metalocalypse is okay, but I'm gonna go with Dexter Laboratory for his mom's fat ass. And she always wore the nice sweatpants that said "Daddy's toy," I think, or "Daddy's treasure" on the ass. So,
Dexter Laboratory will play As Told by Ginger in the next round.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Number 27, Arthur, 1996 to 2022. Verse number 74, My Life as a Teenage Robot, 2002 to 2022.
Oh, tough one. My Life as a Teenage Robot was good. It was a good Nickelodeon show in that era, but it can't beat Arthur. Arthur, I grew up on it. It's one of the most amazing PBS shows ever. So,
number 28, Curious George, 2006 to 2022. Verse number 73, Fish Hooks, 2010 to 2014.
Can't say I'm a fan of either, but I never even heard of Fish Hooks. So I'm going to have to give it to Curious George because I watched it sometimes when I was a kid, I know. So
everybody watched. If you watch PBS, you watch that show.
I rarely watch PBS unless there was nothing on Nickelodeon at the time I liked. But
number 29, The Jetsons, 1962 to 1963, which that shocks me so much that there's only one season or two seasons of Jetsons because I've remember so much more. But anyway, number 29, the Jetsons, 1963 versus number 72, Thunder the Barbarian, 1980 to 1981.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the season of the Jetsons was one of those seasons where they had like 90 episodes in a season because they did that for cartoons once in a while. But I never even heard I've heard of the Barbarian one. I think I have, but I never watched it. But Jetsons I did watch as a kid here and there. So in the early Saturday mornings, like at 6 o'clock when nothing else is on.
Okay. Number 30, Kim Possible, 2002 to 2007. For number 71, Dragon Tales, 1999 to 2005.
Never really watched either of these. I know both of them. Dragon Tales used to come on PBS all the time. I think it was after I watched other shows. But Kim Possible, I've seen some really cute cosplay as Kim Possible, so I'm going to go with Kim Possible.
All right. Number 31, King of the Hill, 1997 to 2010. Versus number 70, Two Stupid Dogs, 1993 to 1995.
Barely heard and never watched Two Stupid Dogs, but it doesn't matter because it's King of the Hill, one of the greatest cartoons of all time. It's in the top 10. It should be at least. Fuck you, Raker.
Number 32, The Pink Panther Show, 1969 to 2011. Versus number 69, Clifford the Big Red Dog, 2000 to 2003.
I watched both these as a kid. I know I did, but I'll go with Pink Panther because that's just old school classic cartoons. I mean, Clifford was okay, not great.
All right. Number 33, Popeye the Sailor Man, 1960 to 1962. Versus number 68, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, 1988 versus 1991.
Oh, this one's definitely got to go to Scooby-Doo. I feel bad about the last Scooby-Doo one, so this one's definitely going to Scooby-Doo. And Popeye, I never was into Popeye. That's way before my time.
And A Pup Named Scooby-Doo will play Arthur in the next round.
Okay, easy.
Number 34, The Powerpuff Girls, 1998 to 2023. Versus number 67, Franklin, 1997 to 2006.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Franklin was the young African American boy, right?
Nope, Frank was the turtle.
The turtle, yeah. What am I? Oh, I'm thinking of Little Bill, but yeah, I never was a fan of Powerpuff Girls. I always thought it was a girl show, 100%. I can't get into it, but Franklin, I did watch a lot of Nick Jr., so I'll go for Franklin.
All right, and Franklin will play Curious George in the next round.
Yeah.
Number 35, Rugrats, 1991 to 2006. Versus number 66, Rocket Power, 1999 to 2004.
Oh, fuck you, Ranker. Fuck you. God damn it. All right. Doing this, Bella, I'm doing this for you because every couple of days, can we watch Tommy and Chucky? So, yeah, I'll give it to Rugrats as much as I loved Rocket Power and Raymundo and Tito always being stoned out of their minds. But
number 36, Samurai Jack, 2001 to 2017. Versus number 65, Cow and Chicken, 1997 to 1999.
why couldn't these go against the other two from the last match? God damn it. But what was going against Cow and Chicken?
Samurai Jack.
All right, yeah, I never really watched either of these shows at all, but I've seen enough jokes about Cow. I've seen enough memes of Cow and Chicken on Facebook to know it's had its moments. So I'll go for Cow and Chicken.
And Cow and Chicken will play the Jetsons in the next round.
Yeah.
Number 37, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1987 to 1996. Versus number 64, The Wild Thornberrys, 1998 to 2004.
I like the Turtles. I had the Super Nintendo game when I was a kid with the Ninja Turtles, but Wild Thornberrys was one of my favorite shows growing up. I tried to get my daughter into it, but she won't get into it. I'm pissed about that. But it's just such a classic show, and who wouldn't want to talk to animals? It'd be I mean, yeah, if you want to hear about that, come listen to my show Paranormal New Normal. I have had a bunch of animal communicators on, but yeah, to be able to do it like Eliza did, and to have freaking I always want to say Tim Curry, but I know I'm wrong.
You're definitely wrong.
Wow. How am I always get this wrong? Oh, it is Tim Curry. Yeah. He did the voice of that. Yeah, he did the voice of
Nigel. He was Nigel. Yes, he was 1,000%.
So, I mean, I never even knew who that was. I never knew who Tim Curry was. So I got older. See, it's Stephen Curry. That's what I was thinking of because I always want to say Stephen Curry. But, yeah, I never knew it was Tim Curry until I got older. But just the fact that he was the dad adds to it so much. And the whole show was amazing. I loved it.
All right. The Wild Thornberrys will play Kim Possible in the next round.
Easy.
All right. Number 38, Black Dynamite, 2011 to 2015. Break number 63, Danny Phantom, 2003 to 2007.
Never watched Black Dynamite, so I really don't know anything about it. But Danny Phantom was one of my favorite shows growing up, and it goes into my love of the paranormal too. He's a ghost, so Danny Phantom all day.
And
plus, his best friend was when I was a kid tied into my freaking love of goth. So,
Danny Phantom will play King of the Hill in the next round.
Easy, but damn.
All right. Number 39, Woody Woodpecker, 1941. Verse number 62, The Boondocks, 2005 to 2014.
I'm not passionate about Woody Woodpecker in any way, so I'm gonna give this one to you, Dre, because I think I know which way you're gonna go. But
yeah, that's too easy for me. The Boondocks will move on, and the Boondocks will play the Pink Panther show in the next round. Oh, extremely easy. Number 40, The Flintstones, 1960 to 1966. Verse number 61, Celebrity Deathmatch, 1988 to 2007.
I love the Flintstones, the original Dirty Joke show out there, but Celebrity Deathmatch, I got my son to a couple years ago because it's just such a classic show, and who didn't like watching pop stars, all these dumb pop girls, like get their heads ripped off and stuff. So yeah, Celebrity Deathmatch.
And Celebrity Deathmatch will play Rugrats in the next round.
Easy, but damn.
Number 41, Justice League, 2001 to 2004. Verse number 60, Top Cat, 1961 to 1962.
So fucking easy. I never even heard of Top Cat or watched it. So I've watched the Justice League show on Netflix so many times. Like, that show's amazing. It's just classic DC fun.
All right. Number 42, Thundercats, 1985 to 1989. Verse number 59, Jackie Chan Adventures, 2000 to 2005.
Never watched either of these shows, so I'll give this one to you too, Dre, because I have no personal opinion in this.
I will go Jackie Chan Adventures. I love Thundercats, don't get me wrong, but Jackie Chan Adventures was one of those things that you had to watch to understand at the time, and it shows amazing. But Jackie Chan Adventures will play Justice League in the next round.
Sorry, Jackie.
Yeah. Number 43, G.I. Joe, 1985 to 1986. Verse number 58, The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, 1988 to 1991.
Yeah, the first. G.I. Joe was before my time by far. Mm-hmm. Winnie the Pooh, who didn't grow up with Winnie the Pooh at some point? So, I mean, yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Excuse me. Winnie the Pooh moves on. We have number 44, Pokemon, 1997 to now. Number 57, Codename Kids Next Door, 2002 to 2008.
Codename Kids Next Door wasn't bad. I never was a fan of it because it was Cartoon Network. But Pokemon, I watched religiously for like a year or two in the late 90s. So, Pokemon.
And Pokemon will play The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh in the next round.
Yeah, not tough, but just don't care.
Number 45, Dragon Ball Z, 1989 to 1996. Verse number 56, Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, 1995 to 2001.
Was never a fan of Dragon Ball. That was past my time, kind of. My younger cousins love that. But what was it, Bugs Bunny and Sylvester, or
Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries?
Yeah, I did watch that from time to time, and it was a pretty damn good show. So, and it's Looney Tunes. You gotta love Looney Tunes. So, Sylvester and Tweety get it.
All right. Number 46, Courage the Cowardly Dog, 1999 to 2002. Verse number 55, George of the Jungle, 1967 to 1970.
George of the Jungle was in the 60s?
Mm-hmm.
So they made the movie off the cartoon. I never knew that.
Yes.
But I'll give it to George of the Jungle because I don't think I ever watched the other one.
Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of things on Facebook about it, but it was Cartoon Network, and I never really watched Cartoon Network.
All right. Number 47, Recess, 1987 to 2001. Verse number 54, American Dad, 2005 to now.
Oh, fuck you, Ranker. Fuck you. Oh. I love Recess with a passion. I want to get my kids into it so bad. But American Dad, Roger is one of the greatest cartoon characters of all freaking time. If you don't have it, you should do a cartoon characters bracket. But
that's not a bad idea. So American Dad goes on?
Oh, American Dad goes on. Rogers, they even let the fans choose what Rogers' new persona is going to be in the next season. So
nice. All right, number 48, Spider-Man, the animated series, 1994 to 1998. Verse number 53, Duck Dodgers, 2003 to 2005.
I was never one of those kids that liked Duck Dodgers. It was before my time. It was an 80s show, or early 90s maybe, and that was before I was too young to enjoy anything like that. But what was the other one? I just lost it.
Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man. I mean, yeah, it's a classic Spider-Man cartoon that we all grew up on. So,
and Spider-Man will play Sylvester and Tweety in the next round. All right, number 40. We got two more in this round. Number 49, Forced Home of Imaginary Friends, 2004 to 2009. Sorry, Foster's Homes of Imaginary Friends, 2004-2009. Verse number 52, Hey Arnold, 1996 and 2004.
52. Fuck me. But yeah, I knew about Foster's, was never a big fan. Hey Arnold, though, is one of the greatest cartoons ever. So one of the greatest kid cartoons ever. So I mean, and it had some adult moments too that you just have to catch. But
sad ass moments in that fucking show. Jesus. And last but not least, number 50, The Magic School Bus, 1994 to 1997. Verse number 51, Quick Draw McGraw, 1959 to 1962.
I've heard of Quick Draw McGraw, the name. I never watched it, but Magic School Bus, I had to watch that in school so many times, and now everybody knows because of Chancey's love for the Bukkake episode. So I'm gonna have to go with Magic School Bus.
And Magic School Bus will play George of the Jungle in the next round, which means that Hey Arnold will play American Dad in the next round. All right, you ready for round two?
Let's do it.
All right, Cat Dog or Doug?
Oh, fuck the choices. I love Cat Dog, but Doug was one of my dad's favorite shows too, and it made me like liver and onions. So I'm going with Doug. And who didn't want a dog like Pork Chop? Come on.
That was amazing. South Park or Invincible?
South Park. Invincible is great, but South Park's been around for so long, and it's a staple of American culture at this point.
And South Park will play Doug in the next round.
Oh my God. It doesn't get easier.
Nope, it gets harder and harder. Ren and Stimpy or Big Mouth?
Well, Dre, speaking of Big Mouth, that's what she said. So, but yeah, Big Mouth all the way. I mean, Ren and Stimpy I liked, but I never loved. Big Mouth I love. It's one of my favorite shows these days. So Big Mouth.
All right. The Adventure of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, or Gravity Falls?
Jimmy Neutron. All day Jimmy Neutron. I knew kids like Sheen. I knew kids like Carl. It's the perfect show.
And Jimmy Neutron will play Big Mouth in the next round.
Yeah, easy, but still. Damn it.
Teen Titans or Archer?
Archer. It's got to be Archer. H. John Benjamin is one of the funniest fuckers alive. So yeah, and the fact that he did. Wait a minute, is Bob's Burgers not even in the top 100?
Top 104. No.
My God, but well, we're counting Bob's Burgers and Archer since they did a crossover episode. But
all right. The Amazing World of Gumball or Clarence.
I'll let you pick this one. I really don't care either way.
I'm going Gumball, and Gumball will play Archer in the next round.
Easy.
The Bugs Bunny Looney Tune Comedy Hour or the Angry Beavers.
Yeah, it's Angry Beavers. That show gave me endless laughs when I was a kid. Norbert was one of the most comedic beavers ever.
Batman the Animated Series or Rocko's Modern Life?
I gotta go with Rocco. I grew up on Rocco, and it was just I still can watch it to this day and die laughing. So,
Batman Beyond or Clerks?
Oh, I don't think even Kevin Smith wouldn't get mad at me picking him over Batman. So, it's freaking Clerks all day.
All right. Family Guy or the Penguins of Madagascar?
Family Guy. That's not even a freaking second thinking about it. It's just Family Guy all day.
And Family Guy will play the Angry Beavers in the next round.
Easy, but still.
Futurama or X-Men the Animated Series?
Oh, son of a bitch. This should be a freaking quarterfinals match, but I have to give it to. You know what? I gotta give it to X-Men. I got to. I wish I can give it to Futurama because I love Futurama with a passion, and its storyline is just so amazing. No other cartoon has callbacks like that show, but X-Men is just X-Men. And they're doing another one.
The Simpsons or Star Wars, the Clone Wars?
Go away, kids.
The Simpsons or Star Wars, the Clone Wars?
Simpsons all day. I love the Clone Wars, but Simpsons is just classic. You can't go against Simpsons for one. I mean, if it was a franchise thing, that would be a different discussion. But it's so yeah.
So the Simpsons will play Rocko's Modern Life in the next round. Beavis and Butthead or Invader Zim?
Invader Zim. For rewatchability alone, I could watch Invader Zim all day. I can't watch Beavis and Butthead all day. It gets stupid.
Dexter's Laboratory or As Told by Ginger?
I'm sorry, what was that matchup?
Dexter's Laboratory or As Told by Ginger?
As Told by Ginger, that's easy. I never was that big a fan of Dexter's Laboratory, and As Told by Ginger, I was like a religion to me in high school.
Arthur or a pup named Scooby-Doo?
If it was, yeah, Kendra, me and Kendra agree on a lot of things, but see, if it was Mystery Incorporated, the Cartoon Network show from the late 2000s, it would totally win. But I gotta go with not Scooby-Doo.
So Arthur?
Oh, that Mr. Ratburn, one of the greatest teacher names ever. So yeah.
And Arthur will play Clerks in the next round.
Easy, but fuck.
Curious George or Franklin?
Well, once again, the turtle does win the race because it's going to be Franklin.
All right. The Jetsons or Cow and Chicken?
Jetsons. Cow and Chicken is nothing compared to the legacy Jetsons still holds.
And the Jetsons will play X-Men in the next round.
Easy. So easy.
I said Frank was a little biatch.
He was, but he gave us all courage. When we were kids, he taught us courage. So.
All right. Kim Possible or the Wild Thornberrys?
Oh, as much as I love Kim Possible cosplay out there, Wild Thornberrys all freaking day. I love that show, and I thought her sister Debbie was hot as hell when I was a kid. So,
King of the Hill or Danny Phantom?
Love Danny Phantom. Love the storyline. It's almost like a comic book storyline, but it's King of the Hill. I'm in a King of the Hill group on freaking Facebook that does brackets about King of the Hill, and it's amazing. Like, it's just King of the Hill is one of the greatest things ever. There's so many classic episodes.
And King of the Hill will play Invader Zim in the next round.
Yeah.
The Pink Panther Show or the Boondocks?
For Dre, I will vote for Boondocks because Pink Panther I was never that big a fan of that I would have to vote anything down. But
Rugrats or Celebrity Deathmatch?
oh, that's just cruel. Rugrats. I got so many more years enjoying Rugrats than I ever do a Celebrity Deathmatch. Celebrity Deathmatch was always short-lived and it's funny, but it's just not Rugrats.
And Rugrats will play As Told by Ginger in the next round.
Easy, but still.
Justice League or Jackie Chan Adventures?
Oh, bye-bye, Jackie. It's Justice League all day. There are so many jokes in Justice League that like you couldn't catch when you were a kid, and jokes about the Flash coming too fast and all that.
Yeah. Justice League will play Franklin in the next round.
Yeah, well, that little biatch might be going by next round.
Pokemon or the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh is more classic. I gotta go Winnie the Pooh. I don't have a huge love for either of these, but I do love Winnie the Pooh levels in Kingdom Hearts games. So Winnie the Pooh.
Right. Number 40. Spider-Man animated series or Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries?
It's gotta be Spider-Man. It's gotta be Spider-Man. Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries was not that great. They need to put. I am so surprised Looney Tunes as a whole, like the freaking long-running one from the 40s to the 60s or whatever it was, is not on here.
They make these rankings. Spider-Man will play the Wild Thornberrys in the next round.
Easy, but shit.
Magic School Bus or George's Jungle?
Never really saw the George the Jungle cartoon except for a few times. Give it to Magic School Bus for the hottest teacher ever, Mrs. Frizzle, and her teaching the kids bukkake by hanging around salmon.
And the Magic School Bus will play the Boondocks in the next round. And last but not least, Hey Arnold or American Dad?
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I get more enjoyment out of American Dad now than I do Hey Arnold. As much as I love Hey Arnold, it's one of the greatest kid shows ever. But and Arnold taught me so many lessons as a kid, but American Dad is just classic. It's almost better than Family Guy in some ways.
Okay. And American Dad will play the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh in the next round. So we're on the third round and we get into the fourth round. Your highest seed will get a bye into the quarterfinals. All right. So you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. South Park or Doug?
Why is the first matchup always the worst? Fuck. I'm sorry, Doug Funny. I love you and your blue friend. And I'm not even going to go into what the blue was supposed to be. But South Park, Cartman is... This is why you need to do a cartoon characters practice, because Cartman should win it. Because Cartman is one of the greatest cartoon characters of all time, too. It should be him and Roger in the finals, because he literally cut up a kid's parents and put him in chili for the kid to eat.
Yeah, let me take your tears.
And that's only what sorry, Scott Tenorman, about your parents. But and that's only what he did in the beginning. He got so much worse than that as it went on. But
oh my God. All right. The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Jeans, or Big Mouth?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. You gave me so many classic episodes, and you had aliens and everything else in your show, which I loved, and the triangle. But what's he facing again? I just lost it.
Big Mouth.
Oh, it's who didn't want a hormone monster when they were a kid? Looking back at it, because it would have made life so much easier if you had someone explain things to you, like a hormone monster. Come on, Big Mouth all day.
Shit's amazing. The Amazing World of Gumball or Archer?
No competition. It's Archer. It's Archer.
Family Guy or Angry Beavers?
You know, they need to bring up Angry Beavers and Family Guy just so there could be a good side cut joke by Peter on that. But it's got to be Family Guy. It's got to be Family Guy. Angry Beavers was great at its time, but Family Guy just surpassed so much.
And Family Guy will play Big Mouth in the next round.
Tear my soul apart, why don't you?
The Simpsons or Rocko's Modern Life?
Simpsons. It kills me, but it's gotta be Simpsons.
And The Simpsons will play Archer in the next round.
Oh, fuck me.
Arthur or Clerks?
Clerks. Kevin Smith's genius, even if it was only 10 episodes, is. And Jay and Silent Bob in that cartoon was freaking hilarious. So, yeah.
The Jetsons or X-Men, the animated series?
X-Men. X-Men. Don't even have to think about that. It's freaking X-Men.
King of the Hill or Invader Zim?
I love you, Zim. You are hilarious. And I love that your voice is the master alien in Destroy All Humans video game series. But I will 100% give it to King of the Hill, because King of the Hill is just so many classic characters, so many great moments. It's just classic.
And King of the Hill will play Clerks in the next round.
Kevin Smith, forgive me.
Rugrats or Told by Ginger?
Tough one, but I enjoyed Rugrats for a good decade as a kid, and I enjoy Rugrats for the last year with my daughter, so Rugrats for my daughter.
And Rugrats will play X-Men in the next round.
Ooh, that's actually make my heart heavy thinking about that.
Justice League or Franklin?
Well, that little biatch is going bye-bye because it's Justice League.
All right.
There you go, Kendra.
Spider-Man the animated series or the Wild Thornberrys?
Wild Thornberrys. I enjoyed that so many more years than I ever would have watched Spider-Man as a kid. So,
and the Wild Thornberrys will play Justice League in the next round. The Magic School Bus or the Boondocks?
You know, everybody tells me I should watch the Boondocks because I would freaking love it. Everybody I know watched it and loved it. But I can't think about my childhood without thinking about Magic School Bus because it taught me so much stuff as a kid in school. So Magic School Bus has to be. Sorry, Dre.
All right. No, this is your bracket. This is 100% your bracket. And American Dad versus the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, American Dad. Don't even think about that.
And American Dad will play the Magic School Bus in the next round. All right, so we're on round 4. South Park already have a bye to the quarterfinals. Whoever is the bottom part of this bracket will have a bye to your final 4. All right, and I'll be good to that when we get to it. All right, so you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Family Guy or Big Mouth?
Shit. I have to go with Big Mouth because these days I do enjoy Big Mouth more than Family Guy to some degree. Like, it's just, it hits on so many more funny subjects than Family Guy does nowadays. So,
and Kendra agree with you. She says Big Mouth. However, though, Big Mouth will play South Park in the next round.
Oh my God, that's just brutal.
The Simpsons or Archer?
I gotta go with Archer, honestly. Archer's just funnier to me nowadays too. Like, it's when I was a kid, it would have been Simpsons 100%, but Archer just is so much funnier, and it's how I learned that when they're dead, you call them. It's okay to call them a hooker when they're dead. So,
Kendra said that's rude to put Big Mouth and South Park together, but I mean that's how it goes, baby. That's how it goes. All right. King of the Hill or Clerks?
Sorry, Kevin Smith. I apologize. I love you. I just did your soundtrack on episode of M&M for that reason, but we're gonna have to go King of the Hill.
And King of the Hill will play Archer in the next round. Rugrats or X-Men the animated series?
Sorry, Rugrats, but it's X-Men. It's gotta be X-Men. It's one of the greatest cartoons ever.
Justice League or the Wild Thornberrys?
Wild Thornberrys. It's got to be Wild Thornberrys. I still love watching that show even as an adult, and I can watch it sober and still enjoy it. So,
And the Magic School Bus or American Dad?
this is when Miss Frizzle gets Bukaki on, and we just walk out the door and go watch American Dad. So, American Dad.
And American Dad will play X-Men in the next round, which means that the Wild Thornberrys will be in your final four.
I don't hate that. I really don't hate that.
Mm-hmm. All right. We need to see what other three shows will be going to be in your final four with them. All right, ready for the quarterfinals?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
South Park or Big Mouth?
South Park. It has to be. Cartman is just like I worshiped Cartman for years as a teenager. So Cartman.
All right. King of the Hill or Archer?
King of the Hill. It's got to be King of the Hill.
American Dad or X-Men the animated series?
Sorry, X-Men, but it's American Dad. That show has given me more laughs than I could ever imagine. So,
all right. With that being said, then the Wild Thornberrys will play South Park in the next round, which means that American Dad will play the King of the Hill in the next round. All right, so this is the part of the show where we compare Final Fours. Jeremy, do you want to guess how many of the Final Fours we have in common?
Just South Park, maybe. That's the one I can think of.
That's the 1,000% right. We just have South Park in there. I have on my Final Four the Boondocks, South Park, Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon. That's kind of guy I was. Anime. Technically, almost anime with Boondocks and South Park. So there you go.
Oh, they did an anime episode of South Park, so that works.
However, this is not about me. This is about you, Jeremy. Wherever you pick out of these two matchups, we'll go to the finals. Whether you don't pick, we'll go to the third place game. You'll have a ranking of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Are you ready?
Tear my heart in half. Let's do this.
All right. South Park or the Wild Thornberrys?
See, this is the easier one of the two because it's got to be South Park.
All right. And King of the Hill or American Dad?
This is the one that's going to fuck me. But I can't think of the name, but Roger playing that one character that's like a freaking murderer. And every time they say his name, they say it like a whisper, and him dancing to Footloose as Kevin Bacon. Like, it's freaking American Dad. Roger is one of the funniest motherfuckers ever to exist. So,
which means that American Dad will play South Park in the next round. However, though, before we get to that, we need to know your third and fourth place shows. Oh, Jeremy, you just did a 104 bracket. What's the third best cartoon according to this bracket? Is it number 31, King of the Hill, or number 64, The Wild Thornberrys?
It's got to be King of the Hill. I mean, Wild Thornberrys is great, but King of the Hill is just classic. I mean, that point, right?
All right. So, we got this far. You know what the best cartoon is according to this bracket? Is it number 2, South Park, or number 54, American Dad?
It's got to be South Park. The video games, the movie, all the TV movies they've done. It's just South Park is the greatest thing ever created, and even the new episodes make me die laughing. They hit on just everything going on in the world perfectly so well. So, Trey and Matt, I will be tagging you when this comes out. But yeah, it's totally South Park.
All right. So that means that number 1 is South Park, number 2 is American Dad, number 3 is King of the Hill, number 4 is The Wild Thornberrys. How do you feel about that?
There are a lot of shows I would have rather had in my fourth place, but other than that, I can live with the rest. I mean, it just didn't work that way with the matchups.
All right. Well, I want to thank Jeremy for coming on. If Jeremy want to do another shameless plug, please do.
Be sure to catch Paranormal the New Normal, Maniacal Music Musings on all your podcatchers you can find them on, which are all of them. And you can also catch us on Good Pod as well. And on YouTube, you can see the full videos. And just enjoy them. Brackets are coming back to Paranormal New Normal next month. I took a month or two off because just stuff didn't work out. But coming out next month, and we're coming in hot with summer for, I think we're going to do a shark movies bracket for summer. So
nice. So again, I want to thank Jeremy for coming on for doing the cartoon bracket. Jeremy, listen, I want to let you know that you definitely allowed to come on to do another one during the time we could do it. But anyone listening or watching this, you definitely can come on and do one of these too. However, you got to do one that I already made, because even though I love making these brackets, they are a bitch to make. So, with that being said, my name is DeAndre Robinson. I want to thank Jeremy again, and we are out.